Hier, aanval. Alle eenhede, aanvalspositie.
Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him.
Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over. What do you mean? Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide. They fought throughout the world. In fact, they're part of the reason we have all these PFs now. Every one of them suffered their own phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words, your legend, has been told on every battlefield they've set foot on. Obviously, as the tales have spread, the truth's been distorted, painted over. Big Boss sacrificed himself to show us the threat that Cypher poses. He goes. A warning? Too much power destroys the hands that hold it. Apparently, you chose to be a living example of that.
I never said any of that.
The moment any truth is passed on, it starts...
That's the target.
The problem is, fiction inspires people more than facts. To the world, you're now the legendary mercenary Big Boss. The lessons you've taught the PFs are widespread. They're the reason they've survived. And you know what they all aspire to? To one day go nuclear, just like you did, and stand up to Cypher.
Of all the stupid things you could do.
They'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them. Bottom line is, these guys want to be like their hero, Big Boss. And deep down, they all have their eyes on nuclear weapons. They say that a nuke is the only means of standing against Cypher. But these days, it's becoming little more than a slogan to rally the troops and survive in a cutthroat business.
Currently, there are 3 major PFs who've expanded into Central Africa. CFA, Rogue Coyote, and Zero Risk Security. HEC's investigations have shown there's almost no overlap between their areas of operation. It's not so much a turf war, more like they have a gentleman's agreement. If you do cross paths with them, you probably won't have to face more than one at a time. Still, don't expect a walk in the park. The CFA, Contract Forces of Africa. These guys are a major player. Their head office is in Pretoria, South Africa. That's also where the South African Defense Force is headquartered. We think the two are closely connected. An HEC investigation revealed that most of the CFA's operators are former SADF soldiers. South Africa has been locked in struggles with neighboring regimes for years. That means constant action. And we know better than anyone that's the best kind of training. A company drawing its recruits from hardened military vets. You can bet they know how to... Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Within the CFA is a company of soldiers made up mainly of locally hired operators. They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA. But if you notice any speaking the local language, that's them. Though hired from the local population, they were a paramilitary group, so they'll have plenty of combat experience. And unlike their days shooting junkyard rifles out of beat-up pickup trucks, the CFA now supplies them with the latest gear from the West. On top of that, they've been combat trained by the South African Army. All that adds up to a much stronger fighting force. So don't brush them off.
Look at the Angola-Zaire border region.
The east bank of the Muneni River in particular. It's a microcosm of a problem that stretches all across Africa. There's a civil war going on in Angola, fought between the government MPLA and the Western-backed UNITA. Zaire is still a dictatorship under President Mobutu, but numerous uprisings have broken out in its remote regions. With all the trouble elsewhere keeping their hands full, neither government has control over their side of the border. They depend on militias and PFs, as do the rebels. Government forces, guerrillas, militants, groups of all shapes and sizes hawk whatever resources they can to hire PFs. Conflict brings PFs. PFs expand the war zone, and more conflicts erupt in a continuous chain reaction. Sounds like our kind of work. Mother Base could grow by leaps and bounds. Roger that.
Get them!
Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Can't you wait? You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
Quiet.
Hard to believe how many of those bipedal weapons have popped up around Africa.
When did that start?
No more than 6 months ago. Didn't really hit me until I came here.
They're not supposed to be in use yet. Emmerich says they were still doing the last round of fine-tuning.
The doctor has no idea. His research has already hit the black market. Both sides of the Iron Curtain will have it by now. Even so, they're spreading much too fast. Sure, the Walker gears can operate in any terrain. Their mobility's just as good in the jungle as it is in the desert. That would come in handy in a place like Africa. They are modules that can one day be used as nuclear weapon systems. And with that in mind, the numbers are way too large. There must be another reason they're so widespread.
Like what?
It's all about needs. To small-time outfits like most of these private forces, this product is a dream come true. Hell, it goes beyond PFs. This is the ultimate weapon, the forbidden fruit. For anyone with an enemy to fight and people to defend.
The nuclear deterrent.
Exactly. Sounds familiar, huh? PFs are all operating off your playbook. You created these times. But could this be the new weapon in Africa that Emmerich talked about? If it is, why is Cypher letting everyone and his brother get their hands on one? What comes next? Selling nuclear weapons in the open? Making them public property?
Why don't they give that a try? Then the next war really will be fought with sticks.
Right. The man we're dealing with isn't foolish enough to make a suicide pact with the world.
So, what is Cypher really up to?
You gonna extract him?
Zero-risk security aren't as hardcore a military outfit compared to the other two PFs in this region. The company sends operators to conflict regions around the world, not just Africa. They have decades of combined experience. They're all Africa. Their headquarters is in Johannesburg. A lot of their work involves corporate security for South African companies, but a good number of their operators are retired South African military. So don't mistake them for a bunch of security guards.
Siete resuelve. Passa frente gelijk voor. Herken gezet.
De CFP begrijpt. Wees voorzichtig. Uit.
CFP resuelve. Onderzoek het niks opgeleverd. Oor.
De CFP begrijpt. Keer terug naar jouw post. Oor. Alles geht sneller. De CFP. Vijandige aanval in actie. Alle eenheden. Oor voor gevecht.
Cease cover fire!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
Keer terug naar laatste bekende positie. Oor. De CFP begrijpt. Onderzoek die area. Maar blijf op je hoede. Uit. die fans ingetrek, maar contact verloren na kruisvuur. Vijand kan nog iewers naby wegkruip. Adviseer waaksaamheid. HK, dis CV, kom in. HK, kom in. HK. HK, dis CV. HK, reageer.
Boss.
Too early to say.
Yeah? Just seeing him come back makes me real proud.
What breed is he? He's not a husky.
You're right. Siberian Husky is a cross between a Spitz-type dog and a wolf. I think Dee Dee might have some wolf blood in him, too. He isn't just smart. He's also shown remarkable judgment. If he doesn't do what you want him to, he's just doing what he thinks is right in the situation. And he's steady under fire. Remember, he's no lap dog. But learn his strengths, and you'll understand each other soon enough. You'll make one hell of a team.
Ocelot. Why'd you take it upon yourself to train him?
Why?
Yeah. When's the last time you heard a wildcat raising a dog?
I have an eye for him. I knew at first glance he'd make the right partner for you.
Huh.
And I figured it was about time he got out into the world.
So you passed him off on me?
There, you see? I knew you liked him.
I don't know about that yet. I still think he's trying to figure me out, too.
I'll spend some more time with him. You'll see how helpful he can be.
What about you?
I prefer to work alone.
Ocelots don't hunt in packs.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I'm glad you like him. Dee Dee's really taking to you, too. And to going on your walks. Don't be shy about taking him with you in the future.
I'll think about it.
Zit in de Zulu 2. Zulu 2 was verkeerd. Kom in Zulu 2. Zit in de Zulu 2. Geen teken van die vijand. Ons staakjes zoekt nog. Oor. De CP, begrijp. Moet niet verslapt nie. Hulle gaan steeds in die gebied wees. Uit. CP, dis Delta 3. Die hulpbronne hier is gesteel. Ons het waarskynlik 'n indringer. Gee instruksie. Oor. De CP, begrijp. Alles kies van 'n bespiede omgewing. Roei die indringer uit. Uit. HK. De CP. Ons het die fans ingetrek, maar contact verloren na kruisvuur. Vijand kan nog iewers naby wegkruip. Adviseer waaksaamheid. HK, de CP, kom in. HK, kom in. HK. HK, de CP. HK, reageer. 7 is Delta 4. Onze hulpbron is gesteel. Waarschijnlijk een indringer. Wees alsjeblieft. Oor. De CP, begrijp. Scherp securiteit en vind die indringer. Uit.
Here, Snake, try this on.
A prosthetic arm.
Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think?
Huh. I can still feel my real arm.
Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain?
Every now and then.
Where?
My fingertips. My left fingertips.
Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand.
Yeah.
What about your vision? Can you see okay?
Yeah, at the moment.
Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah. The doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have
I think so.
when?
Right after I wake up. Colors look faded.
Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll
Boss,
get.
get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Delta 3. Onderzoek voltooid. Delta 3, waar voort? Kom in, Delta 3. Wat is de situatie? Alle eenheden staan bij.
Roger.